Hi there guys, welcome back to a brand new tutorial by myself, Mr. Feudal. Today we're going to be looking at the first proper weapons that you'll be using to defend yourself or raid your neighbour's settlement. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, I hope you learned something. Thanks again for watching. Hi there guys, welcome to the tutorial. So today we're looking at the early stages of weaponry in Life is Feudal. Now I'm going to start off by showing you the skills and the facilities you will need to create your tools, your weapons of mass destruction. So to start off with, go to your crafting. You will need to level up your materials preparation to 60, then your smelting to 60, and finally your forging to level 60. Now it says can craft weapons from steel, this just means you can craft weapons from iron, copper, etc, etc. Now the first skill we're going to get into, and it's probably the skill that you've already leveled up, is Chivalry. Chivalry allows you to start off by using your tools as weapons, but the best tool to use is a pitchfork, and I'm going to show you exactly what the pitchfork looks like. For those who know what a pitchfork looks like, it looks like this. But anyone who doesn't, this is pretty much your first piercing weapon. This is the first weapon that could possibly do damage to a plate user, really. So again, thrust, use this like a spear. Don't overhead, that will cause blunt damage. Don't swing, stab. See the lethal end? The lethal end is those little points. Those the 4 little points are the lethal end. You probably already knew that, but just giving you a heads up. Again, learn the distance with your weapon. Don't get in close like this, because if you notice, it's only doing blunt damage and it only hits with the handle. Learn the distance, understand the lethal point of your weapon. So you're at level 0, you've leveled up to level 30. What weapons can you get now in Chivalry? I'm going to tell you. You, my friend, are going to get some axes. Now these are the war axe, the battle axe, the war axe, and the Nordic axe. Now I'm going to attach my favourite one, my war axe. There we go. As you can see, it looks pretty damn cool. Looks pretty damn Viking as well. Now again, I'm going to show you. Don't get in close, because all you're hitting here is the handle. You're literally smacking the handle off your opponent. Learn the distance, find the little point to get the lethal edge of this weapon to strike down. There we go. Overhead. There we go. Now a little tip, when you're going in for an attack, step into the attack. Step into it. It will deal a little bit more damage with a speed bonus. Overheads really, I could suggest you run at them. You can run at your opponent, but as you notice, you will lose a lot of stamina doing this. So you're level 60 now, and you're probably wondering, I'm getting attacked by plate users or early plate users, light plate, and the axes just won't do the damage. The next weapon you want to get in Chivalry is the flanged mace. This is your blunt weapon. Your blunt weapon is your godsend when it comes to plate users. Now, as you can see, it is a blunt weapon. It's got a point on the top of it which does a little bit of piercing damage. But this weapon here is a blunt damage weapon. Again, learn the distance. Don't step right in and attack. Learn the distance. Keep your distance from your opponent and attack. Thrusting will deal a little bit of piercing damage. Overhead will do immaculate amount of blunt damage. Again, step into the attack. So that's basically one-handed weapons. So what do you do now? And you want to have a variety of weapons on you, really, as a combo. So the next one you'll unlock is spears, spear mastery. Now spears mastery, you'll think, oh, this is just going to be for horses. I'm going to show you a little gem in this. Only a few people know about it. New players don't even know how to get this blooming weapon. That's a lie, you probably do. But it looks like a polearm. So let's begin at level 0. You will get your basic spear. Your basic spear is very cheap to make. And again, stab with it. Learn the distance. There we go, there's the distance right there. So again, don't do this. Don't hit them with a big stick, a big wooden stick, because all you're going to do is cause blunt damage, and it's going to be a very small amount of it as well. Use the lethal end and stab. Stab right in. Don't overhead, that's just silly. The next set you're going to get is the boar spear and the short pike. Now I'm going to let you in on the pikes. The pikes are basically they're pretty much anti-horse weapons. If a horse is charging you, you sit down, or overhead attack with the pike, and you will stop that horse dead in its tracks, and it will probably launch the person riding it 100 miles right behind you, really. So this is the boar spear. This does a little bit more damage than your traditional, the standard spear, and it looks just like a Viking spear. This is the kind of spear a Viking would have probably used. Now another tip for this, you can use this with a shield. If you've got a kite shield, a targe, anything like that, you can use this one-handed and actually thrust into your opponents. Again, learn your distance, don't run right up to them, because this is just going to cause blunt damage. That's horrible. Find the piercing edge and stab right in the stomach. Okay, so the next set we're going to look into is the level 60 spears. So the level 60 spears compose of the medium pike and what is known as the awl pike. Now the awl pike is smaller than the boar spear, but it's about the same size as your standard spear at level 0. Again, you can use this against players. This is a very good weapon to use against plate users because it's got a large piercing nose on it. As you can see, it's like the nose on a mosquito, used to drive it right into your opponent. Again, don't blunt damage. Learn to use your weapon, don't get close. Learn to use your distance and use the range of your weapon as well. Cooperatively do this and you will kill your opponent or defend your settlement very easily. Okay, so here comes the hidden gem. Level 90. I know it's a push, it's a very long way to get to this weapon, but it's worth it in my opinion. The bec de Corbin and the long pike. Now the bec de Corbin, the beak of the crow, is what it's named in English. As you can see, it's like a crow's beak. If we actually attach this and attack, this is a piercing damage weapon. It is lethal. You can overhead, you can swing it, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. Learn the distance of the attacks, and you will kill plate users, leather users, mail users. You will kill everybody with armor using this thing. Another thing, don't get too close with this thing because you're just smacking them with the handle. Again, learn your distance, step into your attacks, find the lethal edge, and attack. So you're thinking, right, this is melee combat. Maybe I don't want to be involved with melee combat. Maybe I want to sit back from range and at least weaken your opponents. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Level up your warrior skill to level 60. We want to avoid two-handed weapons because you probably won't have linen rope yet. It takes a wee while to get that. So we're going to move straight on to crossbows now. At level 0, you can use a crossbow effectively. Well, maybe not effectively, but you can use a crossbow, and it will be the best thing that you will have on your arsenal of weaponry, because this stuff is probably the best piercing weapon or missile piercing weapon there is in the game. So, wind up, shoot, easy peasy. But the only downside is, I can't move. Can you hear that? Right, I'll do it again. This time I'll do moving. So shoot, I'm holding down my W key right now. You stand to reload. This is a defense weapon in my opinion. The crossbow really is a defense weapon because you have to stand to reload. You can run about when it's reloaded, no bother. You can even run about and shoot. Look. But as soon as you reload, you stop. You are pinned to the ground. And that is where you might get killed or might take damage. So how do we beat that? Level crossbows up to level 60 and unlock bows. This is where I will basically tell you, bows are an aggressive weapon. Bows are an aggressive usage weapon. They will be used to attack people. You can use them to defend yourself. Easy peasy. The thing that makes the bows superior to the crossbows is, watch this, reload, shoot, reload, shoot. I can move and shoot my bows. I can run and shoot my bows, or my arrows, sorry, and I'm not pinned down. I can flee, reload, wind up my shot, and shoot. If someone is chasing me, I can whittle them down easily. Now, that kind of explains the basics of early weaponry. What you get spears, you get some hidden gems, as in the Bec de Corbin, you get a couple axes, and you get a flanged mace. You could also count your sling as well as a ranged weapon, but no one's ever going to count that as a weapon. It's good if it's used in a group. If there's a group of sling users, you can down a plate user easily, or a non-armoured player very, very quickly. So there you go, folks. That's early weaponry for you. Now, I'm not done yet, because there's a little part to this tutorial that I'm actually adding here. If you look in my description, you will find a link to a giveaway. Yep, that's right, I'm giving away 2 Steam keys to Life is Feudal Your Own. This competition starts this Friday. Now bookmark it and you will get entry straight away. Fill it out and you'll be entered into the draw. This is going to last a week, so it will be next Friday either I announce the winners and give the keys over. I will be announcing this over a tutorial or over my Twitter. Either or, I will be announcing it. So, everybody, go into the description, click that link, get filling it out, and you might win Life is Feudal Your Own for free. Sounds good, right? So, this tutorial, if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, give it a big like, guys. It helps me out pretty damn well. If you want to subscribe and follow along with my future tutorials, subscribe, hit the little bell, you'll get a notification when I release another video. If you've got any problems with this tutorial though, any suggestions whatsoever, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I'm Mr. Feudal, guys. Thanks for watching. See you all later.